Welcome back to the shop, everybody. If you guys have been watching my previous videos, you know I have been going through my old clothing to see what I need, what I don't need. And if you've been watching videos prior to that, you know that I own a full-time online reselling business where I buy and sell clothes. And I have basically just been going through the process of decluttering my life, and I'm starting to sell some of the clothing that I had in my personal collection. And if it's any indicator as to if it's any indicator, with this big pile of clothes behind me, I have went through everything and I'm getting rid of a ton of stuff. I'm actually gonna detach the camera in just a second and show you guys what I actually did, some of the stuff I'm getting rid of, some of the stuff I kept. But man, this has been quite the process, not only physically but also kind of spiritually and mentally as well. I've been at it literally all day, recording this at 4:40, and I just kind of got done getting everything that I want to sell into a big pile behind me, and getting the stuff I'm going to keep organized. And man, it's just been an all-day deal. But wow, I'll tell you what, like I said, not only physically I'm tired, it's just a lot of work moving around, but it's just but mentally and I guess spiritually, if some people prefer that term, this is a tough process, man. It's almost bewildering to me as people what we collect over time and all the stuff we obtain and gather, and man, it's just it's really bittersweet, I'll tell you that much. Everything that's I really cherish, I'm obviously keeping, but I had to let go of a lot of stuff because, quite frankly, it's just holding back from my life, my business, and it's some of the stuff is just best used in somebody else's hands, and I can sell it, and it's a net positive for my life and my business, and then hopefully I'll forget about some of the stuff soon. But I guess the best way to sum it up is it's time to get a little bit realistic with myself and kind of stop beating around the bush and lying to myself about a lot of this stuff, and I just gotta let it go, get it out of my life, move it along, and focus on my business, because at the end of the day, that's truly the piece of my life that I enjoy to control, and what I get the most fulfillment out of, and what and in the grand picture where I see the most progress. So that's what I got to focus on, is my business. I can't focus on all these material objects. So yeah, let me show you guys what I did. It's pretty intense. All right, so yes, look at this massive. When I say massive, I mean massive. I mean, there's boxes under there just filled with clothes that I have to sell. So I have my work cut out for me. Like I said, I'm going to start getting pictures of all these and get them started listed and comped out and all that stuff. This is going to be a more than a day's process. I'm going to get a little start on it today, but it's definitely going to be a long process. But I mean, just an example of a few things, like these snowboarding boots. I mean, I don't know. I never wore them. I guess in the back of my mind, I always kept them in case somebody needed them or something like that. But I never wore them. I picked them up at a garage sale, I want to say. Maybe I got them at the thrift store thinking somebody could use them. A friend, if some out-of-town friend comes and they want to go snowboarding but they don't have any equipment, they could use those. But it never happened, and it's probably never going to happen. And when that time comes, I'll figure out a way to do it. It's not the end of the world if one of my friends doesn't have a pair of snowboarding boots. We'll figure it out then, and that's kind of what I got to keep in mind. So these got to go. I mean, they're really good boots, and they're going to be, and hopefully they can go to somebody who can actually use them. All these dress clothes, I hardly dress up anymore. And again, like I said, these were just sitting in the back of my closet, and like in the back of my mind, I was thinking one day I'm going to need them to dress up. So I'm only keeping one good pair of dress clothes because I rarely dress up anymore, and if I have to, I'll figure it out when the time comes. But man, oh man, just an unbelievable pile. I've collected a whole bunch of these woolen goods throughout time. I do a lot of sourcing in the thrift when I try to find stuff to resell. online, and I come across a lot of these really nice woolen garments like these pants. But man, I bet you I had 9-10 pairs of these, and they're all in this pile now. I only a good pair of these, you know, you only really need one, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just keeping one. Boy, a lot of nice winter jackets that I could never use, and I'm still keeping a lot of jackets, but a lot of these, man, they just sat for years and years. Boy, just look at this. I wouldn't even be shocked if there's 400 or 500 items. I mean, there's just a ton of items and stuff like this. Like this hat, I want to say it's a 2004 Detroit Pistons hat. I picked it up brand new with tags, but I've never worn it. It's been sitting in the back of my closet with the tags still attached, thinking it was a cool collectible, but I don't have any real association with the Pistons or even this. Back when I was in my hypebeast stages, so to speak, I picked up the Supreme hat on one of the drops. I wore it a few times, and I'm talking years ago, when I was into this stuff. But you know, I tied up a lot of money in this thing. You know, these things are expensive, and it's gonna hopefully be nice to recoup some of the costs and put it back into my business. If I am being truthful with everybody, the hardest thing, I guess a few of the hardest things that I'm going to be letting go are actually, I can see a corner of one. I got a couple of these really cool vintage Minnesota Timberwolves jackets and a couple miscellaneous pieces of apparel. Just like most other things in my life, and what I've been kind of saying is I never wore it. I paid good money for that stuff too, and I am a diehard Timberwolves fan, which is almost sad because they're atrocious, but we're getting there. But you know, I would collect this stuff, and I would buy it from people, and if I found Timberwolves stuff in the thrift, I would always buy it and always buy it with the intentions of thinking, hey, I'm building this cool collection. And you know what? As time went on, I just forgot about it. It got further and further, or it got deeper and deeper in my closet, and you know, it's just time to let it go. I want to sell that to somebody who's going to wear it to a game, unlike I ever did. So yeah, this is a tough process, I'm not going to lie. I'm happy though. It's bittersweet, that's for sure. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. This is going to be 300-400 really good items in my inventory. I have a ton of really nice stuff in there, whether it's vintage jackets, filson stuff, Woolrich stuff, really nice down coats. Just there's a lot of really nice stuff in there. But hey, hopefully hopefully it will go to good use. That is really all I could ask for. In terms of what I kept, I guess I'll show you guys that, because this is the process that excites me a little bit. I got to see and kind of go through what I actually use in my life, and it's basically this rack right here. It's basically jackets, up until you see that camouflage jacket right there. That's kind of the cutoff of my inventory. I'm going to be putting inventory above here as well. But, you know, I got a couple really nice wool vests. You know, I wear this one a ton, or at least I did back when I was in Minnesota. I just moved to Colorado, in case you're unaware. But I actually wear these things. This down vest I wear all the time. A couple of these things I am aware that I don't wear a ton. So this year is really going to be the test. If I don't wear it, then it's got to go. My down parkas, love those. A couple of the stuff, like as you can see, this orange guy right here. It's a couple of my girlfriend's things. Some of these boots and stuff, that's specific outdoor equipment. I'm not going to part with that. Even if I seldomly use it, it's there for a job. So that's kind of how I'm going to treat it. A couple of my mackinaws, I'm not going to be able to let those go, no matter if I wear them very often or not. So yeah, that's kind of the reality of it. Another thing too that was really hard about this process was some of the stuff was literally stuff I just bought. Like there's a really cool parka in there, and I know I'm not going to wear it. That's the thing. And I paid good money for it. I think I paid $50 on the secondhand market in the thrift for a really nice parka, but I'm not going to wear it. And it's just been sitting in a bag for not long, but long enough to know I'm not going to wear it. So I don't know. I got to get rid of this stuff now too, because it's summer, it's getting hot out, and a lot of this stuff is winter gear, like really good quality winter gear, snowboarding stuff, outdoor equipment stuff, a lot of really nice parkas and down jackets, like I said. And if I get rid of it now, I know I'm not going to use it in the summer, so I got to get rid of it now, kind of cut the umbilical cord on that, and hopefully I'll forget about it by the winter. But nonetheless, like I said, this is very bittersweet, but it is going to be extremely beneficial for my business. I am very curious to see how much my inventory goes up in value. I'm going to do the calculations on that, because, and I'm not even being unrealistic, there could be $10,000 worth of stuff in there. I mean, there's a few jackets in there that are, you know, $300, $400, $500 jackets, and that stuff adds up fast. So I guess it goes to show, like, all that money is just sitting there, and it was just sitting there collecting dust. So hopefully I'm going to be able to recoup some of that cost that I invested into a lot of the stuff. I'm going to be making a money on a lot of the stuff, because like I said, a lot of it I picked up through the thrift, stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be better served investing in my business rather than sitting in my closet. So yes, that's my big, what some people like to call it, the death pile. That's this is going to be a week project. I'm going to try to get, you know, I'm going to try to do like 100 items a day. If I can do that, I should be able to knock it down pretty fast. But man, just crazy stuff accumulates over time, and it's about time I am being honest with myself about a lot of this stuff, because if I'm not, it's not going to stop, and I'm going to keep on buying stuff that I think I'm going to use, and I never will, and I'm just going to end up having to sacrifice a lot from my business and my personal life holding on to these things, which is sad. Shouldn't be like that. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the moral of today's video. Again, I really appreciate you guys you know, just staying up to date with me. I think it's really cool that we're building a cool community of like-minded people, the entrepreneurial spirited people, and people who own other businesses, stuff like that, people who are into vintage clothing. I think it's really cool that I'm starting to attract people like that. We're building a cool community here, and I can't thank you guys enough. And if you're new, I guess my name is Jacob. I'm a small business owner. I own a online reselling business where I buy and sell clothes online. It's called Vintage by Jacob. This is my storage unit where I work out of. And yeah, that is basically it. I basically use this YouTube channel to document my day-to-day practices as a business owner. Kind of just use this YouTube channel as a lens for me to scale my business a little bit and kind of bring you guys along to see the process of that. Yeah, I don't know. It's been good for my mental too. So yeah, awesome. But yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the content, or you're new and you want to support the channel, make sure to subscribe, like, comment. It's more appreciated than you can understand. So that's it. Getting honest with myself. You guys are holding me accountable too. Me making these videos, I think, is making it a lot easier for me to do this too. Knowing that I kind of have some group of people that I can vent to a little bit, and it's just, I don't know, it's that accountability thing. It's important, and I think some of us need that more and more than ever. So yeah, that's today's video. Thank you guys for keeping tabs on me. You guys are the best. I'm definitely gonna have some really good reselling content up here after I start busting down this pile. So it's gonna be a very, well, guess I'm not going to spend all evening on it, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time finishing this out. So yes, enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to one another, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.